Hello guys, it's me Villarreal. I'm going to do another Spongebob episode review on the episode Mermaid Pants from season 10. So this episode is the second episode of that season and it premiered right after Woolly Brains. I think it came out like when the Lala season 2 came out, but whatever, forget the facts. Anyways, this is the second episode of season 10 and the what episode 14, 15, 16th Mermaid and Barnacleboy sequel so far. So this is another sequel to the first episode with them. This is their 17th appearance. Well, actually, it's 17th appearance because if you want to count Ditchin, which I didn't review yet, I won't review Ditchin because I already told you the reason and I won't tell you again. Because you can watch the previous video to know the reason why I won't review Ditchin. So anyways, yes, we're gonna review Mermaid Pants. I already reviewed the 15th episode, Patrick Man, so you can check that review out. Anyways, let's review this episode and let's tell the plot, everything. Break it down, baby. So the episode begins with the SpongeBob and Patrick again. This is like the first episode of Mermaid and Barnacleboy. SpongeBob and Patrick dressing up as heroes. Squidward is pretended to be the villain. And then Squidward gets the upper hand and defeats the two of them. So they want him to be on their like game whatever of Mermaid and Barnacleboy, but Squidward's like, nah, no thank you. So Squidward is going to his garden and SpongeBob and Patrick follow him to his garden, and next they believe that Squidward is making the garden grow so that he can stop SpongeBob and Patrick for good. So SpongeBob and Patrick stop the garden and next defeat all the vegetables. Of course, it's all fake. Squidward was never intended to try to stop SpongeBob and Patrick. He was just doing his everyday chore. Which I think this part I do not like because I don't really like this torture of Squidward. I think the whole scene of SpongeBob and Patrick pretending to be heroes and Squidward pretending to be the villains much better in the first Mermaid and Barnacleboy episode all the way 21 years ago, 22 years ago, whatever, 1999. I think it's 22 years ago. Yeah, I think it was done better 22 years ago than right now. So anyways, Squidward and SpongeBob are going to the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob and Patrick are singing the Mermaid and Barnacleboy theme song, and Squidward's tired of it. But SpongeBob and Patrick see a guy coming out of the bathroom with a toilet paper stuck to his feet. So they decide to wrap him up like a mummy, and then they pretty much think that he was sick. So they decided to put out this straws on him, like this straws thing in the hospital thing. They just put an injection like there's this like fluid thing coming to your body. Well, that's what they do to this guy, and then Squidward decides to let SpongeBob throw the trash can, but instead of trying to throw the trash, he decides to take him out. Like SpongeBob and Patrick punch to the trash can and trash and exit flies to all the customers' faces. They'll leave and Mr. Krabs gets surprised, whatever. And then he brings Squidward into his office and to show him his secret place. And it shows he's actually secretly a comic book collector, which is a fun fact, by the way. This ain't the first time it was brought up by someone. Pie Guy Rules brought it up in this review of season 10. So yeah, I ain't the first person to bring this up. So anyways, Mr. Krabs and Squidward decide to pretend to be villains. I forgot their villain's name, but yeah, they pretend to be villains. And so SpongeBob and Patrick stopped them, but they realized that they haven't committed a crime yet. So Mr. Krabs pretends to commit a crime by stealing his own money, but SpongeBob's like, well, it's not really stealing his own money. So they decide to help them be villains for their game, whatever. In going to rob a bank and stuff, and next go to an evil lair store. And this is the final act where SpongeBob and Patrick pretend to be in danger while Squidward and Mr. Krabs are trying to kill them. But then Squidward decides to get more evil by deciding to push them into a big pot of grease. This is the part of the story that I'm just not really very interested about much. You'll know why at the end of the video, but yeah. Squidward decides to end their lives by putting them in grease, turning them into to French fries, whatever. So SpongeBob Patrick decides to swing the place and over again until Mr. Krabs and Squidward fall over. Next, they get that turned into French fries, whatever, hash browns. And then the entire Krusty Krab destroys, and next Patrick eats Squidward's arm, okay, because he was turned to a hash browns, and next Squidward's Krabs turned back to normal, except you see Patrick eats Squidward's arm, and then Squidward has no arm. Of course, he'll come back in the next episode, so kids, don't even cry about it. He'll get his arm back. So anyways, SpongeBob Patrick right off, and the narrator just gives us this one last line. So that's the whole episode, Mermaid Pants. So I'm not really, this episode just kind of a very mixed one. On the one hand, it has some of the best, like say, good moments of season 10. I mean, I really like the opening. I mean, not the opening part where they destroy Squidward's garden. I meant the parts where SpongeBob Patrick pretends to be Mermaid Barnacleboy, but not the part where they destroy Squidward's garden. That part was kind of mean, by the way. I really like the house, like the moments of SpongeBob Patrick as Mermaid Barnacleboy, but overall, the second half just wasn't that interesting for me. I really wish it was just actual villains, not fake villains, and have it just all be like a game, whatever thing. It's just not really that interesting for me. I really wish everything was actually really real. Like, instead of the fake villains was Mr. Krabs and Squidward, it could have been Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble. I know I've been thinking too much or something like that, but yes, that's how much I care about the episode. And the good stuff with the episode is actually pretty good, besides the opening bits and SpongeBob Patrick is Mermaid Barnacleboy. I enjoyed Squidward's evil villain impression. Yeah, I really like his impression in the third act. The way SpongeBob and Squidward defeat the fake villains of Mr. Krabs and Squidward is actually pretty cool. I like the part. But overall, the fake hero parts in the game and the whole thing being like a game, whatever, which is not very interesting for me. So I did this episode probably the same score as Super Evil Comic Villain Team Up Is Go. It's just like a 7 out of 10. Pretty major step down from the great episode Patrick Commands, one of the best episodes of the entire series. This one is definitely a major step down from that one. This one is a very rewatchable episode. It's actually one of the more rewatchable season 10 episodes, knowing how many rehashes there was in that season. Like Snooze or Lose being like a rehash of a bunch of other Squidward episodes, like Sluggy Dancing. This one is a kind of a breath of fresh air, so I enjoyed it for what it is. So yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this episode, Mermaid Pants? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you like to change? Whatever. All comment down below, guys. And yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And get ready for our next episode review of the 17th sequel of Mermaid Barnacleboy 1, which is Man Ray Returns. Then after that, we're going to review Appointment TV. Then the last one, the very finale, like the final chapter from the Friday the 13th. I meant the final chapter of the Mermaid Barnacleboy series, which was the Dirty Bubble Returns. Yes, that will be the final chapter of this long saga. Yeah, which we will review very soon. I think it'll be like around like middle of September. The review will be finished, and we'll finally rank every single Mermaid Barnacleboy episode. Yes. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and bye-bye. And have a good day.